Stand by for the latest episode of the Biz News Flash Briefing. The latest news from the world of business and investments.
Opposition parties, the Democratic Alliance and ActionSA, are urging the South African government to take action against Islamic insurgents in Mozambique. They warn that the violence looks certain to become a refugee and security crisis in South Africa. Deployments to our border regions must also be increased, says Herman Mashaba's ActionSA. It says, with South Africa's porous borders and failures to manage our borders effectively, we cannot be assured that we will be able to keep ISIS out of South Africa and that training camps do not exist in the north of our country. The Mozambican government cannot handle this matter on its own and cannot protect its own citizens as well as South Africans in that country, says the party. It also says that we cannot fail Mozambique in the same way that we failed Zimbabwe. We cannot afford another failed state on our borders, it says. Martin Iwe of the think tank the ISS told BizNews earlier today that SADC involvement in bringing the ISIS reign of terror in Mozambique to an end is critical for stability in the region. He also says that Islamic cells in South Africa are involved in funding militants in Mozambique. A recovery in the world's second largest economy may lend support to emerging markets following a rocky week that saw equities wipe out almost all of their annual gains and the Turkish lira tumble anew. Data from China expected out on Wednesday is forecast to show a rebound in both the manufacturing and non-manufacturing sectors, supporting the broader backdrop of improving global growth. South Africa has more than 120 major restrictions and about 100 moderate restrictions from other countries in place because of the variant which is widespread in the country. This was revealed by travel website Skyscanner, which has developed a mapping tool that shows COVID-19 travel restrictions around the world. South Africa is one of the worst red-flagged countries in terms of international travel. Travel and tourism contributed 7% to South Africa's economy in pre-pandemic times and accounted for about 1.5 million jobs. Johnson & Johnson has agreed to supply as many as 400 million COVID-19 vaccines to the African Union, but much of this delivery will only come next year. The US drug maker can make available as many as 220 million doses of its single-shot candidate to the AU's 55 member states, starting in the third quarter of 2021, it says. South Africa has already started administering the J&J vaccine to health workers as part of a medical trial, and J&J agreed last year that South African company Aspen Pharmacare can manufacture doses in the country. President Cyril Ramaphosa, who visited an Aspen Pharmacare facility on Monday, says that Aspen would provide 30 million doses to South Africa, but he didn't specify how quickly rollout would commence. The vast container ship that has been blocking the Suez Canal for 6 days has been freed and is moving north to an anchor point. That's according to the Suez Canal Authority, which says this paves the way to open the critical waterway and end days of global supply delays.
You've been listening to the Biz News Flash Briefing, bringing you the latest news from the world of business and investments. Subscribe to Biz News Radio on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, or by visiting biznews.com.